So, congratulations to both of you for the award for Orienburger Kanal. My German is perfect. This is the award for a two-player game, obviously. In fact, the award can be for games which are good for two players, but also playable with more. But in this case, it's directly a two-player game, which is quite nice. So Uli, I wanted to start with you. So maybe I'll just hold this in front of you, or you can hold it if you want. So just to ask you a little bit about how the game came about from your perspective. How did Uwe come and pitch it to you? And
Yes.
So why did he come to Spielworks, and what attracted you to the game?
The first half, I'd say that is a question for Uwe, because
Right.
why did he come to me? I think, in my opinion, of course, we know each other for quite a long time.
Yes.
And we never did anything together professionally.
Right.
And so Uwe was visiting me, and he had this wonderful game
Aha.
and brought it along, and he showed it to me,
Yes.
and it was very appealing. Because, in my opinion, so first, as you may know, I come from the historical field. I like
Yes.
games within a historical place. Of course,
theme,
a
good
theme
theme, yeah.
there, and this does have it.
Yeah.
And I like also very much tight games. And in Orienburger Kanal, each and every decision is important. There is
Yes.
not a moment where you say, doesn't matter for me in the next 5 minutes, then I'll be back in the game. No, each decision is
It's important.
most important,
Yeah.
and it's very tight. And I know that sandbox games are very popular in some parts, but this is not a sandboxy game because it's so tight, and this is more what I like this one more than the very open games.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry for that long answer.
No, that's a very good answer. That's a very good answer.
There are some new things for me.
He's learning something. And so, how long ago was this when you first saw the game?
When was this? Was it? It was during the pandemic, right?
Okay.
When did we meet at my place? It was 2020?
2020, yes.
2020.
Okay. All right. So from there to yeah.
Yeah. And the reason why I came to him was that it's an industrial game, and he has made many industrial games
games.
before.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
he gives no other answer. And,
Yeah.
and right, we know us for many years. In the
Yes.
80s, there were played games per mail. And this
Really?
was the time when we
Yeah.
know us in the 80s.
In the 80s.
Yeah.
Really?
And not play by email, because there was no
No,
really
this
play
is
by mail.
real mail.
Yeah.
So which kind of games were you playing by mail?
First United. Really, first was diplomacy.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, with the long letters you write. But then I prefer just to play diplomacy without writing letters.
Yes.
And a few months later, I started with an own league in my class.
Oh, okay.
I was a pupil in this time. And then I made some own games.
Yes. Then you started your own. Yeah.
Basketball is my most known game
Yes. Yes.
now.
Okay. Okay.
From the email.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Orienburger Kanal, the theme was your decision.
Yeah, I think when you brought it, the title was Traffic Routes. So it was more abstract, make no mistake, this game is Uwe's work. This is Uwe's work, and Henning did some development on this. I did a little bit of development, but the game was already in excellent shape.
Yeah,
You
okay.
know this, sometimes you get a prototype, you see something in there and think, this might be something, but you have to do
some work.
30% of the work,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's not there. Orienburger Kanal, Traffic Routes was already there, because it
was hard to also es war schwer zu erfinden. Es war hard
it was tough to invent, to design. Yeah.
Yeah, because there are many buildings, and when I made the buildings, then I play on my own. And so I play one match after the others, but when I start, the game is easy. When it's finished, then it's
Yeah.
And so I played every day in the morning, and I started a new game to the half.
Yeah.
Then I go to lunch, and the next day in the morning I play the rest of the game when I'm fit.
Yeah, when you're fresh.
Yeah,
You're fresh. Okay. And this is because of the number of combinations that you could have. Okay.
And in this way, I played 4 weeks every day. It was the only game that I made where I played on 2 days.
Yeah, and this is partly because of COVID as well. Because
COVID is not. When I make games with many buildings, then I always play on my own.
On your own, okay.
Because I have so many things to see that it's easier to play alone.
Okay.
And the difference is that the game is so tough that I have to play on 2 days.
Yeah, okay. And is there a plan to publish more copies of it, or do you...
There will be actually a new edition, but this is not from Spielworks. This is coming from a partner, and this should be announced pretty soon. So soon, I mean this month.
Okay. Oh, that's nice. So it's the normal way that Spielworks does business.
This may change in the future, but for Orienburger Kanal, it's definitely the thing that there will be.
Okay.
In many languages, there will be new editions of this one, and this will be announced this month.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's nice. Okay. I wanted to talk a little bit about the future to both of you. So firstly, Uli, tell us a little bit about Karolingi, which I know a little bit about already, but it would be interesting for people to hear.
Yeah, but Karolingi is not Spielworks, that's Seacove Games,
I know,
Peter and my tiny second company. And Karolingi is very much a historical game by a history teacher and historian, Sebastian Freudenberg. And often when you have a new designer, then there is a little bit too much in there. He lives in Hamburg, and he teamed up with Christoph Kanzler. They met, and Christoph is a professional game designer. He mainly works with other companies, so he does them for organizations. But he also is for kids games, for some lighter games. And he told Sebastian, well, we have to cut this out. This is not a game. This is still a thesis.
History lesson.
Exactly. But I think it scales very well.
Yeah.
So it's for 2 to 6, and you often know if the box says 2 to 6, it just plays well with 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And this is definitely not
because you're adapting the map, aren't you?
Yes,
the map is getting smaller or bigger.
Right.
Yeah.
And second thing is, it has a competitive version and semi-cooperative version.
Yes.
And this is really makes it stand out from the
crowd. Yeah. And I remember Peter Eggert told me that he preferred the cooperative version to the. Yeah.
It's slightly more complex, but it's the better version.
And this is coming out on Kickstarter or GameFound in October?
On the 19th, the campaign will start.
Okay. Of October.
Exactly.
Very good. Excellent. What about you, Uwe? So what's coming next for you in terms of games? Any previews?
Next year is already the Feuerland year. Maybe there will be 2 big games in Feuerland next year.
With Feuerland?
With Feuerland is for sure, but next year is not really sure. Perhaps 2025.
Okay.
But, in the last months, I developed not so many games. The reason was that I wrote a book about games.
Really?
What I want to make in the future is that we have in Germany an academy where you can study board games.
Yes.
And one of the things I would like to have is a book.
Some references.
References.
Okay. That's interesting. Congratulations on the International Gamers Award.